Hi everybody, this is day 9 of Wizard of Oz. Hope you're all well and enjoying the story.
Now the Wicked Witch of the West had but one eye, but that was as powerful as a telescope. So as she looked out from her castle and saw the little company in her country, the Wicked Witch became very angry, and she blew upon a silver whistle. At once there came to her a pack of great fierce wolves and a flock of wild crows, enough to darken the sky. Can you imagine a sky that is darkened, that becomes dark with so many crows and wolves? That would probably be pretty scary. And there's the witch with her one eye.
"Go to those people," said the witch to the wolves and the crows. "Peck out their eyes and tear them to pieces."
The wolf pack dashed away and the crows after them. Luckily, the scarecrow and the woodman heard them coming. The woodman seized his axe, and the scarecrow stood with his arms outstretched to frighten the crows. As the wolves attacked, the Tin Woodman swung his axe until 40 wolves lay dead in a heap. The scarecrow caught the birds by the neck and twisted them until 40 crows lay dead in a heap. The next morning they started again upon their journey. Now this same morning the Wicked Witch looked out with her one eye and saw all her wolves and crows lying dead, and this made her even angrier. She blew her silver whistle. Straightway a swarm of black bees came to her. She ordered them to sting the strangers to death. The bees flew right to our friends. The scarecrow said, "Take out my straw and scatter it over the little girl and the dog and the lion." The Tin Woodman did this. And as Dorothy lay close beside the lion and held Toto in her arms, the straw covered them entirely. Soon the bees came and flew at the Tin Woodman, breaking their stingers against the tin without hurting him at all. And as bees cannot live without their stingers, that was the end of the black bees. Dorothy and the lion got up and helped the Tin Woodman to put the straw back into the scarecrow again. The Wicked Witch was furious when she saw her bees in little heaps like fine coal. She couldn't understand how her plans to destroy these intruders had failed, so she made up her mind what to do. She had a charmed golden cap. Whoever owned it could command the winged monkeys 3 times. The Wicked Witch had used only 2 orders already, but she saw no other way to destroy Dorothy and her friends. Wow, look at those winged monkeys. That's definitely not a real thing, huh? What kind of monkeys do they look like? Oh, and there's that magical cap that the witch used to call the monkeys. And what is that? She has their compass rose. So she took the cap and spoke the charm. The sky darkened and a low rumbling was heard. There was a rushing of many wings, a great chattering and laughing, and the witch was surrounded by a crowd of winged monkeys. The biggest one flew close to the witch and warned her this was her last summons. "What is your third and last command?"
"Go to the strangers and kill all but the lion. He's fit to work."
They obeyed. The monkeys flew the woodman high in the air and dropped him on sharp rocks. Some unstuffed the scarecrow and put his clothes in a high tree. The leader flew to Dorothy, but saw the kiss of the good witch and knew he dared not harm her. So the monkeys carried the lion, Dorothy, and Toto to the castle of the Wicked Witch. The leader of the winged monkeys explained to the Wicked Witch, "We dare not harm the child, nor her dog. Your power over our band is now ended." Then the winged monkeys flew away. The Wicked Witch was worried about the mark on Dorothy's forehead, for she knew it protected her from evil, and when she looked down and saw the silver shoes, she trembled with fear. But she saw in Dorothy's eyes that the child didn't know of the power the silver shoes gave her, nor the protection of the good witch's kiss. So the Wicked Witch said to Dorothy harshly, "Come with me and see that you mind everything I tell you, for if you don't, I'll make an end of you as I did the Tin Woodman and the Scarecrow." Dorothy followed her through the castle to the kitchen, where the witch bade her clean the kettles and sweep the floor and keep the fire fed with wood. Dorothy went to work meekly, and the witch went into the courtyard and tried to harness the cowardly lion like a horse. But the lion gave a loud roar and bounded at her fiercely. After that, she took no food to the imprisoned lion. Yikes. Reminds me a little bit of Cinderella, huh? With Dorothy doing all the work. Toto does not look happy. So after that, she took no food to the imprisoned lion, and every day she came to the yard at noon and asked if the lion was ready to be harnessed like a horse. And the lion would answer, "No." The lion didn't have to do as the witch wished, because every night Dorothy brought him food after the witch went to sleep. Then he and Dorothy tried to plan their escape, but they could find no way out of the castle. Now the Wicked Witch longed to steal the silver shoes Dorothy wore, for they were very powerful, but the child only took them off at night, and when she took her bath, she only took them off at night when she took her bath. The witch was too afraid of the dark to go into Dorothy's room at night, and her dread of water was greater than her fear of the dark, so she never touched water. One day, the witch played a trick on Dorothy. She placed an iron bar, which she made invisible by magic, in the middle of the kitchen floor. Wonder why she did that. Poor Dorothy stumbled over it and fell. One of the silver shoes came off, and the witch snatched it and put it on her own skinny foot. The wicked woman was greatly pleased, for one of the shoes gave her half the power of their charm, and Dorothy could not use it against her even had she known how to do so. The little girl grew angry, and when she saw she had lost one of her pretty shoes, she said to the witch, "Give me back my shoe." "I won't," retorted the witch, laughing. "For it is now my shoe, not yours, and someday I shall get the other one from you too." This made Dorothy so very angry that she picked up a bucket of water and dashed it over the witch, wetting her from head to foot. The wicked creature shrieked, and then she began to shrink. "See what you've done!" she screamed. "I'm going to melt away!" "I'm very sorry indeed," said Dorothy, who was truly frightened to see the witch actually melting away before her very eyes. Oh my.
I never thought a little girl like you would ever be able to melt me and end my wicked deeds. Look out! Here I go!
With these words, the witch fell down in a melted, shapeless mass and began to spread over the kitchen floor. Seeing that she had really melted away to nothing, Dorothy drew another bucket of water and threw it over the mess. She picked out the silver shoe, then swept it all out the door and ran to tell the lion that the Wicked Witch of the West was dead.